Welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving into why Enzo Maresca has the potential to bring Chelsea back to the top where we have got used to them for being for the last 2 decades. After a rocky few seasons, Chelsea have been searching for a new identity, a fresh approach, and most importantly, someone who can return them to the top of the Premier League and beyond. Enter Enzo Maresca, a tactical mastermind with experience under some of football's greatest minds. From playing his part alongside Pep Guardiola from Manchester City's treble-winning season to his successful stint with Leicester, Maresca has quietly built a reputation as a strategic genius. But what exactly makes him the perfect fit for Chelsea right now? Today we're breaking down Maresca's tactical philosophy, how his unique style could revolutionise Chelsea's play, and why his leadership could reignite the winning mentality this club is so famous for. So stick around, because by the end of this video, you'll see why Enzo Maresca might just be the man to lead Chelsea back to the top. So the Blues waved goodbye to Mauricio Pochettino after just 1 year in the manager's dugout at Stamford Bridge, and interestingly, Enzo Maresca stepped in as the replacement and into his first job as a Premier League manager. After 2 wins, 1 draw and 2 defeats across all competitions so far, it hasn't been an instant success, but there are still positive signs showing already. So the first key point on why I believe so strongly in Enzo Maresca is his possession-based football. We've seen it's worked at Chelsea previously. Maurizio Sarri, although it wasn't the most popular form of football we've seen at Chelsea in recent years, it did work and it won a Europa League. Now it's going to require some time to implement all the styles of play and little tactical tweaks in training, but the passing patterns are already appearing in games, and the 6-2 win against Wolves show how it could absolutely tear some teams apart in this league. We've scored 10 goals already this season, which is great. We've conceded 7 across all competitions as well, which is not great, but once the team are more confident on the ball, the backline especially, it will limit the chances for opposition, as we'll be the ones in control of the possession and the other team will not have the ball to shoot and score. Secondly, he has aura. He is so serious. You can tell he's a serious guy, but he looks like so motivating and inspiring. He's always getting involved in training. There's pictures all the time coming out of him doing rondos with the squad, and not only creates a good bond between the players and Maresca. Now he seems down to earth like that, but at the same time he looks as a figurehead to be a good leader and just someone the players can believe in and trust. And at the same time, if they've got a good relationship, they won't want to let the manager down. So that's only going to help as well. He is kind of the opposite of Graham Potter or Gareth Southgate. Although they have a different style of managing, they want to be more down to earth, more like the players' friends and family, to make them more relaxed and hopefully perform better on a big stage. Graham Potter did not work at Chelsea. The likes of Pep Guardiola, Jose Mourinho, Carlo Ancelotti, they're all examples of these harsh but super successful managers in football. And I think Enzo Maresca is basing his style of management around these sort of managers. Thirdly, he is young and has a long contract with Chelsea, 5 years plus 1 optional year to make it 6. He has already integrated young players from the academy such as Josh Acheampong and Tyreek George, gradually putting them into training sessions, and they've also, Tyreek George made his debut against Servette. Acheampong was heavily involved in pre-season, and once the likes of Esteval Willian and Kendry Paez arrive at Chelsea next summer, he will surely integrate them into the team slowly but surely, with the view of having long-term benefits. He worked with Pep Guardiola at Man City, and he's sort of a genius at this sort of thing. Phil Foden and even Lionel Messi, he slowly integrated them into the team at Barcelona and Man City, and now, well, Messi became a GOAT, and Phil Foden is one of the best players in the world. Furthermore, works well with the hierarchy and the people around him at the top of the club. Despite some questionable transfers sometimes, the hierarchy, the co-sporting directors, the scouting department all have a decent track record so far, with the likes of Romeo Lavia, Cole Palmer, Esteval and Kendry Paez, although we haven't seen them at Chelsea, all seeming like really good young players for decent prices at the end of the day as well. They are really investing in this sustainable way of running a football club using stats and data, and having a complete teamwork is key for a smooth running of the club and will lead to success on the pitch as well. Models like Liverpool and Brighton use the manager in coordination with the data-driven approach, and you can see the results on the pitch. Liverpool did that under Michael Edwards, the sporting director, and they won a Premier League, a Champions League, and Brighton have climbed themselves into Europe through that way. And lastly, the most important one, and the reason I made this video, he will actually improve these players. Now, the likes of Cole Palmer, Enzo Fernandez, Moises Caicedo, we know they're incredible footballers. They're great at what they do, be it driving with the ball, sending players to the shops, winning the ball back, tackles, spraying passes out wide, little through balls in behind. They all have their own qualities and benefits, what they bring to the team. But Enzo Maresca will improve each and every one of these. He was a top level player himself, playing for West Brom, Sevilla, and training sessions, doing rondos, playing possession games, doing passing patterns. All of these things are really going to improve Chelsea and the players on the pitch. ESPN sources claim that the Chelsea squad have actually been really impressed by Maresca in the opening few months of his reign, and in particular the quality of the Italians' training sessions have got thumbs up from the players. Now, if this doesn't show that the players believe in him, trust in him to get the best out of themselves and the whole team, I don't know what does. I think it's really early. We played okay against Man City, although that is the peak, that's the pinnacle where we want to be one day. We tore Wolves apart, frustrated against Crystal Palace, but it's just teething problems. It's at the start of his reign as manager. The games against Servette, I don't think it's anything to read into. We played on a horrible pitch for the second game in which we lost, but we played well at the Bridge in the first one. And at the end of the day, we scraped through and we're through. And the target will be to win the Conference League, as we are such heavy favourites. So thank you very much for watching this video. Do like and subscribe to the channel if you are new around here. Comment your thoughts on Enzo Maresca. Do you think he's the right man for the job? I really believe you. You can tell that I'm convinced by him. I'll catch you in the next video, but for now, goodbye.